Hello from a regular smuggler neighborhood in The Hague, in my hometown. Walking there, kids playing, so we're not going to film them. Yeah, another walking rant, as we should call it now, right? It used to be the morning rant, but now it's the walking rant because I cannot do it every single morning anymore. So now it's also afternoon. Yeah, we're going to talk about maybe I should work more on my spiritual life and just quit YouTube. This is your favorite half Chinese. But yeah, it's always on my mind. But like yesterday, I was in the temple. I had a really great session. We were reciting the Buddha name, and yeah, it's really always wonderful for me to be accompanied by people from the temple, because they're so nice people. You cannot believe how nice these people are. And it always gives you a warm feeling inside to have people around you who honestly really don't want anything from you, right? Just for you to be having a good time. Always makes me feel a little bit sad for doing what I do, although I love what I do because I'm doing something good for the community. I'm informing people, but still, right? I wish I didn't have to do it. I wish I could just do something else, maybe just only practice my Buddhism. Actually, I always wanted to be a monk. Well, not always. There was a time that I didn't want to be a monk, but yeah, that time I was only chasing money. But actually, I have walked that path. I've not actually made the step to get into a temple or a monastery, but I was thinking about it. I was also spending like 2 weeks in a temple. It was in Switzerland, Rapten. That's a Tibetan Buddhist school or temple. It's a really big temple in the mountains. It's really nice. If anybody likes these kind of things, it sure is worth to visit one time if you are in that neighborhood. And it's really up in the mountains, and down you have the lake of Genève, I think. Yeah. But there I decided, no, that was not the place for me to be, because you also must feel a little bit, yeah, I don't know. Although I love my teacher, though, from there. But anyway, I am shifting to another form of Buddhism. Well, the practice of Buddhism sometimes varies a little bit from place to place or sect to sect or whatever it is that you want to call it. And I'm trying to incorporate new practices into my existing practice. Yeah. But then yesterday I was finished and I had to go to a political party event, and I went there. So I was in a really hurry, doing all these kind of things, talk a lot with people, and also people talked a lot to me. Because yeah, sometimes we must learn from each other, right? And yeah, sometimes I just feel a little bit sad because of that. But I think this is also necessary for me, right? I've chosen a path to do this, to serve my community. And that's also a part of Buddhism, actually, for the people who do not know that. Because I'm fighting against injustice. Injustice not only towards Chinese people, but also injustice towards all the other people in the Netherlands who are being lied to by the mainstream media, who are being fooled by governments, and who are literally clueless on what really is going on in our country and what we are doing all over the world. I think it is necessary for me to do that, and yeah. Yes. So yeah, I had to let that car pass, yeah, I really don't have much to say about it. But everybody is probably thinking, oh no, don't stop. I will not. I will not. Maybe it is also good for me to do so until I have to become a political, asking for political asylum in China. Maybe one day, since the police is, or since the government is persecuting me, right? In a sense, like, I don't know if you've seen the videos before, but if you've seen, then you understand what it's about. But basically, they have the government, people from the government have sued me. I have to say it like that. Oh. Hey. Whoa. All right. That was my mic that fell. That is not something that's good. All right, so next time we cannot put it on the back. That's something that we know now. We have learned something. Well, hold on. You know what? If it doesn't want to clip, then we just use the magnet. That's the wonderful thing of these mics. They also have a magnet. So, I don't know, sometimes this morning I woke up and I was doing my Kriya Yoga because I also do that. It's also, this is more video also for the people who constantly are asking me how I'm not going to drive myself crazy doing this, right? Because I must tell, and yeah, so most people are right, this is a very, very stressful thing what I do. Because I got a lot of attacks also, but I must also admit, well, it's not really attacks. People are generally, some are extremely negative, right? Wouldn't necessarily say attacks. The attacks are actually coming from people from my government of all people, right? People who should be protecting our democracy and freedom and rights to freedom of speech are literally attacking me over freedom of speech. Yeah, and I think I lost my train of thought again. But yeah, I sometimes in a dilemma. Yeah, so in the morning I do Kriya Yoga and then I do my Buddhist practice to generate compassionate mind. We call it bodhicitta. And that's a real practice. Takes a while. And then you're going to be set for the day with a little bit more positive mind. And I always suggest people doing that, especially in this world, especially when you're watching my content, because then you're probably interested in politics. And if you are following politics, it's not really that positive thing, right? A lot of negativity surrounding it. And you should always have also some peace of mind for yourself, right? You need to keep yourself in check that you do not go overboard, right? That is why in the morning I don't want to watch anything of politics when I wake up. And that is, obviously I do in the morning, but after I fully finish all the other things, I cannot start with politics because then I will stay in that state for the entire day. I cannot get rid of it. Then I will literally drive myself crazy. So that's a heavy one. Anyway, so when you are not a Buddhist or not doing any form of yoga or whatever, you can also do other things, right? I would definitely recommend everybody to meditate, especially in the evening before you go to sleep, because it brings you in a better mental state, and you know it just cleans your head a little bit, especially when you follow all this politics things, and it's frustrating. It's best just to shut down your television or computer, whatever it is that you're using, like maybe a hour before, and take a shower and wash your face and everything, and then just go and do some meditating, right? And to just calm your mind and concentrate on yourself and look inside, so you will not bring that frustration into your sleep. because obviously not everybody is like that. But if I don't do these kind of things, I sometimes will bring the frustrations into my sleep, and I will be sleeping, and literally this is going through my mind the entire night until the morning when I wake up, and then it's still going on. But when I meditate and do something else, and maybe read a book about something totally different, then I will not have this problem at all. Yeah, that's actually what I wanted to share with you all, because a lot of people ask me, how is it that you are still not insane because of everything that's happening? Well, that's because I also concentrate on another life. I think it's your mental health that you also must protect, right? And if you're a Christian or a Muslim, you can just, read something from a Quran, which is a positive something, or from the Bible or something positive, whatever it is. I don't know anything of these things, so just assume you can do that. I'm not sure if you're allowed to, but or do some nice prayers, right, to get you in a nice positive mindset. But you always must use the most positive, and maybe also something to serve other people, right? Because if it is something to serve other people, then it is nice, because you put people above you, right? It's good to break your ego, and to have that mindset of wanting to help other people, to be helpful to people. Because if you have that mindset, you can always see the beauty in people, right? Because people are really generally really beautiful creatures. But yeah, because of all the things that are happening and too much things going around with that garbage media, what we have, which is literally only indoctrinating people into creating consent for very, very bad things to impose on other sentient beings, yeah, you will get only in a negative state. So you need to do something positive, because if you are doing something positive, your mindset also will change. Because if you are doing that, your mind automatically will assume that others are also like that. And that's a better thing, right? Because that gives you hope, gives you a lot of hope, right? Like, oh yeah, I'm not the only one. There's also other people. At least I am also trying to. Yeah, that's my advice on this beautiful day that I almost completely wasted. Well, not really wasted. I had some time with my cats. I did my Kriya Yoga. That's a lot of meditating, which I'm really bad. I'm a really bad meditator, because, yeah, I must have been a terrible person in my past life, considering the mental inflections that I have, right? For me, having ADHD, that's not really helpful when you are trying to have a good meditation sessions. It's actually a funny story. I think it was a couple of weeks ago. I was in the temple also in Amsterdam, and I was doing a meditation course. Yeah, I think it was the second one. Yeah, or no, the last one, because the second one I wasn't here. I was getting my Kriya Yoga initiation, and the guy that was teaching this lesson, he also told us later that he had ADHD. I was so happy to see that, not for him to have ADHD, but because it gave me a little bit of hope, right? If somebody can become good in meditation and also is suffering from ADHD, then it means there's also some chance for me. And look at how peaceful. Did you hear all the sound before? And look now, oh, it's so peaceful here, right? This is the Hague. Nice near the water. It's really nice. Yeah, that was actually basically it. So whatever is your belief, or maybe you don't have a belief, do something yoga. And also, guys, don't come to me with oh, that's only for girls, blah, blah, blah. I used to also think like that, you know, when I was a really macho guy running the streets. But uh, taking care of yourself, that's what a man is supposed to be doing. And I must admit, I started at the gym, and I did some other lessons before, but I started at the gym, a normal gym, started to take those classes because they were offered for free anyways. It was included into whatever my, how do you call it? In Dutch we call it abonnement. Anyway, you know what I mean. Membership. Yeah, it's included in my membership. So I thought, you know, I'm just going to give it a try, and they have a lot of different kinds. And then I found the one that was suitable for me, and that was yin yoga. And yin yoga is that you stay in a position for at least 4 minutes, right? And that's it makes your it really is, you feel really good. You don't do too many exercises, and it's really relaxing, especially for the night. It's just great to do. And I really started to enjoy that. And then I went on the internet to want to dig a little bit deeper, because obviously it's just a regular gym. So I know there's more behind yoga, especially now. But I didn't know what it exactly was, right? The philosophy behind it. So I went on the internet, and then I found Kriya Yoga. And somehow, I don't know, really didn't know much about it, but I needed to do that. So I went to an introduction in Amsterdam. Very nice man, but, you know, didn't get that feeling. Then I knew from a school here, and another one is also here. That one is from a huge organization coming from the United States. They didn't see me going there for whatever reasons, and I found another school, and then I had to wait for a couple of months to get my initiation, because otherwise they will not teach you. I did that, and now I'm practicing that, and it is really great for my mindset. I must admit, it's really weird how these kind of things can have such a huge effect on your mental well-being, or your entire life, right? Because that's what your life is about, mental well-being. It's all in the mind. So yeah, I definitely suggest that. Or go and read a book, something positive, maybe something that will help you, right? I used to read, one of my favorite books to read before going to bed, that was, all time, was Outwitting the Devil. Great book. Great book. Yeah, it also teaches you to learn to that, to listen to that inner voice of you, right? Sometimes you have that voice. Anyway, go read that book, then you will understand what I mean. So, quite content. This is how I keep my self sane. So the people were asking about that. So this is basically the answer to that. Yeah, just don't always stay in the same thing, especially when it's negative, right? You need to step out of it. Yesterday, when I got into the train, I was a little bit sad, because I felt so good coming out of the temple. When I was out of the temple, I directly had to continue, go on and do all these political things. And then, yeah, it's, you know, I don't mind doing it, but I feel so, it's so sad to lose directly that feeling, right? But when I woke up, that feeling was back again. Yeah, this is really special people from the temple. Yeah. Anyway, and that was it. This wasn't a normal thing, right? Normally we're talking a little bit about politics, but this is for the people that, you know, were interested in other things. So let's just stop right here while it's still peaceful, because I have to walk to the place where there's a lot of noises. Let's not disrupt your inner peace. Have a great day. Don't forget to like and share. This was your favorite half Chinese, and as always, have a great day.